for collective honor. No one wants to run 3,000 meters. What does 3,000 meters mean? It means that you have to be like a donkey, without eating or drinking, to grind yourself for 7.5 laps on the 400-meter track. Yu Yang has no ability in sports. Compared with her classmates, she cannot be taller, faster, or stronger. Yu Yang's body is short and stubby, very strong, and she maybe still have a lot of strength, but anyone with discerning eyes can see at a glance that Yu Yang is a country girl who lacks exercise and the necessary coordination and flexibility between her arms and legs. Like most female classmates from the countryside, Yu Yang has no special skills. Studying is okay, but nothing else is great. She looks even worse. How can such a female classmate expect the class teacher to have any impression of her? However, the young class teacher is a sports fan and cares about the gains and losses in the arena. He filled in Wang Yuyang's name on the registration form for the 3,000-meter race. In fact, he didn't have much hope. Hunt for a slight hope. If she earns 6th place, she might be able to add 1 point to the overall standings. No matter how inept Wang Yuyang is, for the collective honor of Class 82-3, she should suffer and sweat. Another registered was Pang Fenghua. Pang Fenghua sneered and said to Yu Yang in private, "You see, the teacher respects us and always gives us the most glorious tasks. Don't let him down." Pang Fenghua was also admitted from the countryside, a small town, with similar conditions to Wang Yuyang in all aspects. But Pang Fenghua is obviously more knowledgeable than Wang Yuyang. When the teacher criticizes her, Pang Fenghua's tears come out faster than her pee, chirping, which makes you feel pity for her. Yu Yang could see that Pang Fenghua was braver than she at heart. Her eyes were squeezed and tears were shed, but her mouth was not messy. She always got to the point with every word she had to say. Wang Yuyang cannot compare to her in this regard, because Pang Fenghua is still more confident than Yu Yang, mainly because she looks better. Not beautiful though, but Pang Fenghua had her own tricks, and Yu Yang could tell. Pang Fenghua was born with such voluptuousness in her bones. Wang Yuyang was very frightened when she walked on the runway. She made a fool of herself at the start, as she was stunned. The starter shouted, "Everyone's in position!" But the starting gun actually went off. The classmates all rushed out, stretched their necks, scrambled, and pushed each other. Wang Yuyang stood there stupidly, still waiting. The starting command above 800 meters is only everyone's in position and never ready. How could Yu Yang know? Everyone rushed out, and the starter walked up to Yu Yang with his gun in hand and discussed with her in a friendly manner. "Have you thought about it? Think about it again?" The starter suddenly said loudly, "Still waiting? Run!" Wang Yuyang's first step was actually frightening, and she almost jumped. There was a burst of laughter in the stands. Wang Yuyang ran out, but she was way too embarrassed, and Pang Fenghua had already rushed out 5 or 6 meters. Pang Fenghua's behavior was beyond Wang Yuyang's expectations. During lunch, Pang Fenghua took Wang Yuyang with her to find a class teacher. Pang Fenghua looked bitter and told the class teacher that she was inconvenient and couldn't run. The young class teacher was very unhappy, but it was not easy for him to get involved in the affairs of the female students. Pang Fenghua looked at the teacher's face and then made another statement, saying, "How about if I insist on it? Please don't blame me if I don't get good grades." What she said was sensible and reasonable. The class teacher nodded and patted Pang Fenghua on the shoulder, expressing his appreciation. As soon as the gun fired, Pang Fenghua took the lead, showing no signs of inconvenience. Wang Yuyang remembered very clearly that Pang Fenghua skipped a PE class last week because of inconvenience. This little bitch had been inconvenienced twice in a week, and has become a faucet. What a great skill, so shameless. Calculated carefully, Wang Yuyang's body will be in bad luck these days. During lunch, Wang Yuyang's lower abdomen already felt a little bloated for no reason, but Wang Yuyang would never tell anyone. Yuyang couldn't open her mouth for such a thing. However, on the second lap, Wang Yuyang found that Pang Fenghua's shamelessness was still worth it. It was too uncomfortable. She couldn't breathe up or down. She was holding it all in her chest, and she wanted to die. It was Pang Fenghua who got the best deal and led the race for a lap and a half, and was already laying limply in the arms of the class teacher. Yuyang saw all this. Pang Fenghua had no strength at all in the teacher's arms. Her arms hung around the class teacher's neck, fluttering like a kata dedicated to the teacher. Pang Fenghua's eyes were even closed, and she was so squeamish that missing a pillow. She seemed to be the teacher's flesh and blood. At this moment, Yuyang was still holding on for dear life on the track. Pang Fenghua must have drunk boiled sugar water and was chattering and laughing with her classmates. It wasn't that Yuyang didn't want to quit in the middle, but the class teacher was standing on the cement stand from a distance, shouting at her sternly. He stood as straight as a javelin, with his arms folded in front of his chest, his face stern, and he was staring at her worriedly. Although uncomfortable, Wang Yuyang was still afraid. For the collective honor of Class 82-3, Yuyang must hold it, step by step.